everybody, my name is Chris, and welcome back to more of The Witcher 3, Blood and Wine. On the last episode, we did a lot of other things, ran around, did some selling, some shopping, trading, stuff like that. We also did this quest, which is a knight's tale. There was a potential spirit of a lady waiting for her knight to return to her, waiting on a hill, waited for so long to the point where she turned into a tree. And we could actually hear the sobbing of the spirit in that tree. Now, it's an old fairy tale. Bedtime story for children. But, turns out it was real. And we did this quest already. Turns out the witch that lives here was the one that actually put that curse on her and was responsible for killing her knight. And we forced her to remove the curse, undo it. She promised, after we beat her in a fight pretty badly, she held to her word. She did release him. However, we didn't think through, and the witch didn't mention, nor did she have a reason to, that the spirit would be driven insane and immediately possessed Morholt, the guy's dog, and then killed him, forcing us to kill the dog and basically also the spirit. So basically just everybody lost. It was a terrible thing, and it just reinforces, stop making deals with witches. Like, god damn it, it's a bad thing. It's a bad thing to do. Don't do it. Stop. So, trust me, I felt all of it as it was happening before all the comments rolled in. Just like, yeah, I felt that this was the bad way to go. Like, the second the witch agreed, it's like, oh, okay. Why? Remarks on the proper administration of yarrow.
Notes on the use of yarrow stems. Interesting.
Interesting, definitely. Okay, so it wasn't anything crazy that we missed, because we didn't get this one last time, but still. Yarrow is, first and foremost, used for medicinal purposes. As mentioned above, when the leaves of this herb are placed against the flesh, they heal all kinds of trauma, wounds, and sores. Brew it, and the resulting tincture treats the common cold, colic, and loss of appetite. Yet, in addition to their healing properties, the branches of the yarrow plant can be used for fortune-telling. This method of divination might seem strange upon first glance, but it is in truth simple and effective. It truly allows one to focus on the query at hand, gain an answer both accurate and satisfying. So, like tea leaf reading. Okay, but before we do that, not that one, he gave us the book, which I don't think, maybe we could read it. Maybe, if this whole thing is based in, like, similar to the fairy tale, maybe the book has some sort of key knowledge to, like, how we could manipulate the witch. Tales and Fables. Sir Gareth and Miss Daphne loved each other so much it hurt. To win the approval of his future father-in-law, Gareth had to perform 7 challenges. The 7th was the hardest. Gareth had to go to Lynx Crag, find the witch who lives there, and convince her to lift the drought that plagued the whole land. Everyone, including Daphne, pleaded with Gareth to humble himself before the witch. You see, the witch from Lynx Crag was spiteful and headstrong, even for a witch, and only an act of true humility could break her icy heart. Gareth, however, had no intention of bending his knee before a witch. Instead, he planned to force her to lift the curse. Nobody knows what happened on Lynx Crag, but Gareth never returned to his beloved. Daphne stood atop that hill. Stood on the top of a hill and looked for him every day and night. Finally, she turned into a tree, so that she may live to see the return of her knight. Such was the strength of her longing and the power of her love. Anyone who plunged his axe blade into that tree would see blood run from the wound. Folk started to avoid that place, leaving Daphne in peace to wait for Gareth. In time, all had forgotten about her. Interesting. And now I see, obviously up here, there's the quest, exclamation point on it, but not in the quest items. But anyway, irrelevant. This is interesting, because the witch said the same thing. Her longing and the power of love is what turned her into the tree. So did the witch not actually turn her? Did the witch not actually curse her? I mean, the witch admitted to killing Gareth. Curious. Okay. So, an act of true humility. So what? We gotta be nice to her? Is that the idea?
A wall of spell enhancements, or trophies.
Curious.
Silk kerchief, monogrammed DF. Could use it to break the curse if it's Daphne's.
But even still.
None but feral cats stray in here most oft, yet it seems I've guessed from afar at that. What do you seek in my home?
Already found it.
You do not aim to lift the curse from the tree girl, do you?
What if I do?
Then you had best know you waste your time. The old tales? Did your Nan not tell them to you? Even I, the witch of Lynx Crag, would be hard-pressed to overcome the power of love and longing.
See, that's what I mean. Like, she says that. Which makes me think like she wasn't even the one that made the curse. But, okay. Like, look at this. Just lift the curse, please. That was not an option before. And I wonder if that's because we read the book. And it's like using humility and kindness.
What if I asked you nicely to lift the curse, please?
Gareth met the fate he deserved. And what happened to his wench was not my fault.
Alright, so you didn't cast the curse, but could you help lift it?
I probably could. But why ever would I?
Oh. Interesting. So she didn't actually do it, but she could. Possibly. We can lift the curse ourselves. I'll make you do it. That's basically like the other ones. But if we humble ourselves, which is kind of annoying, but we do what we gotta do, right?
I'll humble myself, prostrate myself before you like the Gareth of the tale did. I beseech you to help me. Lift the curse that imprisoned Daphne in the tree.
When I saw you enter my hut, I thought, now there is a fellow who shall bend his neck for no one. Stand. None. Not even I can restore to the lass the years she has lost, can erase the suffering she has endured. We cannot bring her back to life, but I shall tell you how you might let her depart in peace. Yet my aid shall have its price. A lock of your hair?
How can I know you won't use it to cast a spell on me?
I require this. I must, for with it I will cast a spell to conceal me from you for all time, and will use it for nothing else. You will nag me never again, and you've nothing to fear, I assure you. I always keep my word.
Ugh, God damn it. This is just a side quest contract, but it's so much more complicated than I expected it to be. Like, there's so many, like, ways this could go, right? So, she's gonna take our hair, cast a spell, so that we can never see her. Well, she'll be concealed. I don't know if, like, that means if we look at her, she's just not there, or we can't sense her. But the phrase, "you'll never nag me again," means basically she's going to be able to do whatever she wants to do, and even if that's bad things, we can't stop her because we couldn't find her again. But she seems genuine, and it's like, fuck. Okay, we're already this deep, we might as well just roll with it and see what happens, because the worst case has already happened. Everybody dies. So, deal.
I'll trust you against my better judgment. Lock of my hair's yours.
Splendid.
What do I need to do?
You must convince the maiden her beloved yearned to return, but perished in the attempt. Take her silk kerchief and a fragment of Gareth's remains. His bones lie bleaching in the cave beneath this rock. Fire must consume the kerchief and remains. And remember, your heart, your intentions must be pure. Clear?
Yeah. Thanks for your help.
You're welcome. And adieu. Once you walk out that door, never shall we meet again.
Interesting. What a turn of events. Find the entrance to the cave underlings Craig. So, alright. His remains are here. That's so interesting how we had to kind of like work around with that. Where it's like, she's kind of helping us, but also like not 100% like, oh, we can trust her. It just feels off. But that's okay. Because, you know, we're here and we're gonna... Figuring out this, cursed tree situation is definitely more important than killing the witch, probably. Stuck. Alright.
A knight's plate armor and some bones. Gareth's remains? These them? Wonder why the armor came apart. Magic? Or he just fall from a height? Gotta get back to the tree. Lift the curse.
Look at that. He fell out of everywhere. He could have fallen through that one small crack. But it does seem the witch did curse him to die. Question, which is not even really that big of a question, is like, oh, did she... Was it a curse like he did fall, or like his armor terrible, so when he did fall, he wouldn't save him? Either way, he killed Gareth because he chose somebody else. Or he chose the first one, the first girl. Then he prostrated himself in front of the witch in order to, you know, complete his duties. Clearly that didn't work out for anybody in the long run. And I am determined to get this shit right. God damn it. There's so many ways this is gone and this can go.
So? You met the witch. You must have. What did you learn?
That witch? She's not near as bad as folks say. Made me bow and scrape, sure. But I know some sorceresses witchier than her.
Joyous, bleeding news, but what about Daphne?
I can lift the curse, free her, by performing a ritual, making a sacrifice of her kerchief and Gareth's remains. But we gotta start at the right time. When the hour comes, I'll light 4 fires for the 4 winds, then begin the ritual.
Fires? Then I shall be of use to you after all. Seems you need wood. Much of it.
Chop as much as you can. I'll see to the rest.
Alright, so let's see if this goes any differently at all. Because he's saying the same thing. So I don't know if learning it from the witch...
I've chopped and stacked the wood. What now?
My turn. Gotta light fires and talk to the woman enchanted in the tree. No idea how this'll turn out, so just in case, stand at a distance. And if you see me draw my sword, run.
Alright. Let's see if this goes any differently.
Look your last to the world's 4 winds. From the south, not a word. From the east, no cry is heard. From the north, silence sighs.
Okay.
From the west, peer hollow eyes.
Here we go.
Cease your vigil. Dead he lies.
Oh. Okay, the words were a little different this time. Right?
Hear me, you who hide beneath this bark. The day of your freedom has come. Behold a kerchief, proof of your love for another. Behold, a bone of he to whom you offered your love.
Interesting. So I guess it's because we couldn't confirm if it was his bone. We didn't know if to use it.
Gareth, my Gareth, he shall never return.
No, he won't.
Is his love for me gone? Did he stay true?
Let's be fair. He did change his mind later. But this is about her. This isn't about him. Alright? This is about letting her being able to rest.
Gareth remained faithful to the end of his days.
The time comes that I depart. I've waited too long. I've suffered too much. And now I wish to go.
Farewell, milady.
I thank you, stranger. And you, my knight. I thank you for speaking to me, for standing vigil at my feet.
That was kind of nice.
I did not think it would end this way. I hoped we could revive her, but I guess it was not to be.
Did what we could. No happily ever afters in life. Well, I mean, it's already kind of a downer. Let's not drill that into the ground.
We did all we could.
You did well. Here, your pay. And the book is yours as well.
Thanks. Take care of yourself.
So long, Witcher. I must think. Put this straight in my head.
It's a lot to take in all of a sudden. No? Orhalt, you're alive. You know what? That was the best way that could have ended up. Out of every situation, which I guess we've seen them all now. Saw the first one. We saw where we released the spirit. She's angry. And we saw this one where she was able to rest properly.
Hey, Tony Champion.
Well, that's cool.
Give you one hefty reduction.
It's cool that that was a thing we could do.
I wonder if I can get
You know?
from Ciarfanelli.
That was cool.
If I
Very
were to
cool.
put up my prices.
It's so sad though. And it's like, obviously it's one of those situations, right? It's like, you don't like lying, but telling her as she's already waited so long for someone, and then to find out that someone was not faithful would probably be one of the saddest things. If not, like, completely just... I don't know. I don't want to say, like, ruin her chance to rest in peace, but yes. She waited. All this time, even up until now. She waited. For him. For Gareth. And then, yeah, the witch killed him. But he did want to go back, which isn't like, it's like, oh, well, because he decided to go back, he's a good person. He still did
Slow
it.
now.
But at the end of the day, he still tried to do the right thing. It was just, not the best.
Hey-ya!
Not the best judgment. But also, he needed to warm up the witch's cold heart. And I guess that was part of the deal? Or part of her demands? Something?
Move it!
We don't know all the details, obviously. We weren't there. We're not Gareth. But it's just interesting to see how that...
Not so fast,
some of
Roach.
it went.
Patrolling on an empty stomach. Oof, dreadful.
The worst. The worst. The absolute worst. Okay. Well, it's just faster to run here than to try to just canter with Roach. So let's see what the Duchess has to say about the beast.
Your Grace, the palace is secure. Geralt of Rivia, Master Witcher.
Thank you.
I was not mistaken. You arrived and trouble followed soon after.
Alright, listen.
Step aside. Got a matter for the Duchess.
At last, Witcher. We've been on tenterhooks. Did you catch Milton's killer?
Yeah, about that. First of all, that other guy, he's been angry at us since we met him. He's been upset. But found the beast, but that's it. Well, that's not gonna help. It's not gonna help at all. Case just got more complicated.
Case is more serious than we thought. The beast? I couldn't kill it. Didn't manage.
We sent you after a monster and you return with nothing? We are very disappointed.
Situation's not quite that simple. Beast's a powerful vampire.
Ha! Is this a problem? Is it too much for a witcher? A monster slayer? But everyone knows how to end a vampire. Draw him by trick into sunlight. Or arm yourself with ample garlic and drive a stake through its heart.
Of course.
Garlic's useless against vampires. Sun and stakes don't hurt him either. Those methods, pure invention. Only work in legends and fables.
And buckthorn? When I was a child, Grandmama Ademarta always claimed buckthorn drives off vampires.
Silver sword's your best option for keeping them at bay. But it won't get the job done, because only a higher vampire can truly kill another of its kind.
Excuses. Ha! Your Grace, I shall assemble a battue. Bring the matter to its end at once. The Witcher need but tell us where to find this monster.
Bro, you will die so quickly. It's not even, it'll probably be funny. But, like, okay, is it not weird? Like, the Duchess' expression, like, when we're telling her all this, and she's just like, oh god, are things that bad? Or some shit. Something, god damn it. Excuses.
Go ahead. Send them to their death. Certain death.
To a lone Witcher, perhaps. To 40 of my men-at-arms, but another skirmish.
40, 50, 100, doesn't matter. Won't make any difference against him.
You have not seen my guardsmen in action.
Can they fight fog? Hit a target that moves faster than the wind?
How? What creature can do such things?
Creatures like this one. Higher vampires, we call them. Each one's a little different. Unique or exceptional, you might say. Some transform into giant bats. Others communicate with animals, command them.
Yet all are still brainless beasts.
Dead wrong.
Yeah,
Thinking of lesser vampires. Alps, Ekamaras, Catacans, for instance. They're ruled by instinct, sure. Attack anything that smells of blood. Higher vampires? They think. They employ reason.
Monsters driven by reason. A curious contention. What, then, do you intend to do?
We gotta fucking lecture this guy with facts. So stupid.
It's way beyond being some monster. This is a powerful being that's walked the world for centuries.
Yeah, impossible. If so great is their power, why have they not killed or enslaved us all?
Don't usually meddle in our matters. Mostly stay out of our way because they don't care about humans one way or the other.
And they do not fear we shall wipe them out one day.
They'd probably be pretty amused if you asked them that. They're well aware of their strength.
Then what can we do? Do you have a plan?
It is just really funny when you really think about it. It's like this guy's like... He's not even trying to conceive the possibility that this creature is so strong that even 100 of his men are going to mean nothing. And then when we literally break down that, no, it's a very intelligent creature, he's like, whatever, common monster, whatever, shit like that. And then, yeah, going into the whole art, why haven't they killed and enslaved us? It's like, it's not all about you or humans, you know? It's like, maybe they just don't give a shit. Like, it's not all about conquering the world, being the strongest monster, being number one. It's not about that. It's more nuanced than that.
Try to talk to him. That's our best bet.
I cannot believe this. Her Grace summons a Witcher to kill a monster. Instead, he wishes to chat with it. Ha.
Know what I'm doing. His lover was kidnapped. He's being blackmailed.
Blackmailed? Be so kind as to explain how a vampire might be blackmailed.
Higher vampires? They're like us, motivated by emotions, not instinct. Not only are they intelligent to an extreme, they're emotionally rich, capable of feeling many things, even love. This one fell in love with a woman, a human, and he'll do anything to keep her from harm.
You do not, I trust, suggest we let Milton's killer go free. Or wait until it murders again. We must render it harmless as quickly as possible.
Seems like they just want the one thing, and it's like, wait until it murders again. It's like, that literally is not what we're...
Which is why that's my aim now, to prevent further attacks. Vampires only half the problem. Blackmailers at fault chiefly. Kidnap the woman to control the vampire.
And what do you propose to do?
Free the vampire's lover.
I'll find the blackmailer, free the vampire's lover.
You were to destroy him, not help him.
No one else should die. That's most important. Soon as the woman's safe, he'll have no more reason to kill.
I admit to being swayed, Witcher. You may be right. Do you know anything about the blackmailer?
Got one lead. A few scraps of paper. Blackmailer wrote the names of the vampire's victims on them. One of them stained. A drop of wine, looks like. So damn little to go on.
Was it you?
You've no idea how wrong you are, my dear. Send for the ducal sommelier. Hop, hop!
What?
In Tucson, wine is sacred. Here there is no such thing as a drop of wine, or stains therefrom. They are stains from a drop of Est, Ervelus, Fiorano.
Your Grace wished to see me?
Witcher, show him the paper scrap. Benoit, can you determine which wine made this stain?
Yeah, that shit's down to a science.
Yes, yes. The west bank of the Saint Latour. That's rather obvious. Aged in barrels of Beauclair oak. Hue, deep burgundy. Clarity, high. It's simple. SANGREAL, the 1269 vintage.
That's impossible. The wine is produced at Castel Ravello, especially and exclusively for the ducal table. Perhaps some SANGREAL was stolen. We must go to the vineyard, see if there's not been an incident.
What do you mean we? This specific wine, tell me more.
SANGREAL. Never heard of it.
It's highly unlikely you've ever had a chance to partake of it. As I said, it is only ever served to the ducal family.
Didn't stop it from ending up on that scrap of paper. Unless your Grace's sommelier is mistaken.
In matters of wine, Benoit is never mistaken. If he says it's SANGREAL, it is SANGREAL.
His pride.
We must ride to Castel Ravello at once. Discover what has happened.
Okay. But also...
Wait. Your Grace wants to go with me? Out of the question.
I hope you do not suppose we will sit on our ducal hiney and do nothing while our duchy is in grave danger.
Your Grace, what you propose is far too dangerous. The Witcher should go alone.
It pleases me to see you gentlemen finally agree on something. But I've made my decision.
Okay.
We shall go, accompanied by the best possible escorts. You, Captain, and Geralt. We will travel incognito. We've no wish to give the court any reason to gossip.
Fantastic.
For the duration of this mission, I release you from your obligation to adhere to court protocol. In short, from now on, I am Anna Henrietta, not your Grace.
Yes, Your Grace. Witcher, are you ready?
It's just, I mean, if you're still going by the name Anna Henrietta, it's still like, it's not very incognito.
Yeah, ready to go.
Excellent. Give me a moment. I must don something more appropriate and concealing. Then we will be off.
Oh boy. I mean, that is very concealing. You'd never know. She had access to that the whole time. Fascinating how this is all going, though. Fucking Benoit able to fucking determine the wine from a stain.
This vampire.
Goddamn.
Have you ever faced its sort before?
I have.
How did it end? Did you kill it?
Didn't have to fight him. Hadn't killed anyone.
Have you ever heard of anyone defeating such a vampire?
Know of a man who defeated one, sure, but he didn't manage to kill it. Ultimately, only another vampire can kill a vampire.
So it's like, if you would listen to what Geralt is saying, we cannot kill it. It needs another vampire to kill it. There's literally nothing we can do, except maybe lock him up. But it's like...
Panthers have attacked the wagon! We must help!
Stay back, Your Grace. We shall see to this.
Panthers.
Save us!
Take it easy.
Don't worry, we got this.
Back, you beast! Begone!
Come on.
Help! Save us!
Oh,
Back, you beast!
Done. Time to move on.
If not for you, we'd have been done for.
They would
Go,
forfeit
go.
what happened by.
You saved our lives.
Hooray!
hooray.
Run, Roach. Tell me more about this vineyard. Castel Ravello.
It's the best in all Toussaint. An old master of the winemaking trade runs it. Fabrizio.
He trustworthy?
He's held his post for years. There's never been a problem. Till now.
Till now. And why now? Why all of a sudden?
I wish to know your thoughts, Geralt. The SANGREAL stain, how did it wind up on the paper? Is someone from the vineyard blackmailing the vampire?
Oh wait, we're... Okay, we are here, yeah. I was like... Yeah, we literally told you he was blackmailing the vampire. Like...
You call that escorting her illustrious highness? What were you thinking?
Captain, this is not the time for such complaints. As for you, Witcher, next time keep close.
Wow.
Captain de la Tour,
Rude.
we did not expect any visitors from the palace. How are affairs at court?
Doubtless you've heard of the Beast of Beauclair. Well, we've our hands full. Especially since the rogue last attacked in the palace gardens.
I trust her illustrious highness was not harmed.
Kind of you to ask, Master Fabrizio. I am well.
Your grace? We were not warned. I shall order the salon prepared at once.
That won't be necessary. As you can see, we are not here on an official visit.
Naturally. Might I ask then what has brought you to Castel Ravello?
Why would you reveal yourself immediately? Why? Why would you do that? Why would you? We didn't have to. It changed nothing. We could have got information first. But now, it could be jeopardized. Oh, God damn it.
Came to see you. Got some questions.
In this land, it is seen as polite to introduce oneself before asking any questions.
This is Geralt of Rivia, a witcher. He has come to Toussaint on my personal invitation.
Which is to say...
Which is to say, I expect you to treat him with the utmost respect.
Cool.
Of course, Your Grace.
Did you hear that, Witcher? Fabrizio will be delighted to answer your every question.
Want to talk about SANGREAL?
I am at your service.
All right. Who's got access? How's it transported? Was any stolen?
The SANGREAL. How many vineyard workers have access to it?
One might say only I do.
Not like you make the wine all alone. At least a dozen others work here.
I see you've little notion how wine is made. Grapes travel a long road before they become SANGREAL. The workers assist me only to the stage of fermentation. I see to the maceration personally and let no one near the fat. Workers, again, assist me during barreling, but then I seal the aging barrels myself, each and every one. The wine lies in the cellar, gains character. Once this process is complete, it becomes SANGREAL. And as it happens, only I have the key to the cellar in question.
Great. So that should make this real easy.
Who hauls the barrels to the palace?
We've our own garrison. Guards who have served here for years and would answer with their heads for the wine.
We'll not get anywhere asking questions, I see. It's a waste of time.
Your Grace? How am I to understand this?
Master Fabricio, we have proof someone's gained access to SANGREAL. Someone who should not have, which means one of two things. Either you lie to our face, or you are an idiot who has had wine stolen from under his nose and not even realized it. In either case, you shall answer for it.
Oh my god.
But...
Silence! And listen. I shall inspect the barrels in person, thus giving you time to reflect. When I return, I expect to hear answers.
Okay.
Remind me, where is the SANGREAL stored?
In the main cellar, around the corner. I'll show you.
I shall find it. Give me the key to the cellar and wait here.
Oh, of course, Your Grace. Here it is.
Come, Witcher.
Damn, just like took everything from this man in a sentence.
What if Fabricio's blackmailing the vampire? Considered that?
He has his flaws, but I would never suspect him of such a thing. He's been very loyal. He owes all he has to me. His father frittered away the family fortune. He left his son an encyclopedic knowledge of wine. That is all. Fabricio lived as a beggar until I appointed him steward of Castel Ravello. Only then did he come into his own.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine why he would even want to blackmail him anyway. Like, what would he gain from all these people dying? Doesn't make any sense. You know? So he was going after, like, Anna,
where do we start?
Vivian,
Let us see
sure.
if all the barrels are present. Here's the inventory ledger.
But even still, it wouldn't make any sense. It's like the people that were killed were knights, not any threat or challenge or even standing in the way of the wine industry. So, it's not like competition.
Vintner's log. Fermentation completed with no complications. Tapped above sediment line. Here it is. Barreling. Everything lines up at first glance. Neatly and thoroughly documented.
Then we must follow our other lead. Benoit said the stain came from the 1269 vintage. Let's find it.
Oh boy. We're in the VIP area. The history of Est Est. Est Est, often considered one of the chief treasures of the people of Toussaint, is the best known of the wines cultivated in that region. It is hard to determine when exactly the first barrels of Est Est were matured, though we can surmise it has been around the time of the first human forays into the duchy's present lands. Oh, so a while. Which is certain is that this wine truly gained fame only during the reign of Duchess Adela Marta, who held Est Est in near divine esteem and for that reason bestowed upon Castel Ravello the privilege of being the official ducal vineyard. She also reserved a special place in the cellars of the Beauclair Palace for Est Est. And to this day, 2 barrels of every vintage are ceremoniously deposited on those shelves. The tapping of any of them is, by the order of the ducal edict, vino sanctus est, punishable by death through dragging behind a team of horses. Holy shit. Okay. The tapping of any of those barrels, you die. Oh, great. Everloose, 1269.
Erveloos. I like it. Quite dry.
An excellent wine. You've good taste.
Yeah, we're gonna get some to go too. Look at that. Is there anything else in here before we... Oh. Est Est, 1269.
Est Est. Think everyone and their mother's heard of this wine.
Among the best in the world. Castel Ravello is famous for it.
As we know now. Wooden hammer. Okay. Sure. Used for tapping, I assume. Get all these. Fiorano. 1272.
Fiorano. Dandelion's favorite. Adores it.
Ah, yes. That sophisticated palate of his.
Sophisticated. A short history of Pomino. Though Pomino does not enjoy the fame of Est Est or even Everloose, it still attracts a considerable number of admirers and remains among the best wines in the world. Few, however, know how close the world came to losing its slightly acrid, surprisingly deep aftertaste. The cause of this averted disaster was Phylloxera mortifera. That is to say, Phylloxera the deadly, a species of aphid whose sudden attack nearly wiped out all existing vines of this variety. Oh, damn. For many weeks, no one was able to exterminate this pest, and it seemed Pomino was doomed to extinction. In the end, however, the aphids were defeated by ducal alchemists, and a carefully selected group of vintners was anointed to ensure its vines took root at Castel Ravello once more. Some experts from the time of the plague claimed their restoration efforts introduced cross-contaminants, and never again were they able to extract from this grape the same bottomless flavor as before. Damn. So Pomino was a whole thing. It was a big thing. But then this pest showed up, ruined it, and by the time they were able to stop the pests, it basically it ruined it to the point where there's not even a way to make it the exact same way. Pomino, 1273.
Got Pomino over here.
Those are big barrels, but I guess that's pretty normal. Okay. Well, guess we'll go upstairs. Second row. Oh, look at that. Interesting. SANGREAL, 1270.
SANGREAL, 1270 vintage.
SANGREAL.
That's the wrong year. Keep looking.
It's like I've heard it pronounced. I literally have said it, and then I decided to add the G. For no reason. Alright. Anna. Damn it. $12.68.
SANGREAL. Barrels are dated 1268.
Close, but not quite the right year.
Not quite. Ah, shit. Is that... Okay. I was like, we already looked at that one. I just see these, the circles on the map. Oh shit, here we go. Nice.
Right here, 1269. What now?
Let's see if any barrels are empty.
Wanna open them?
For now, a knock will suffice. If you hear a hollow thud, we will have found what we seek.
Okay.
Full.
This one is full.
This one's full too.
I'm gonna find it first.
Full. This one's full too.
You were right next to it.
Full.
What the hell?
Looks like all the barrels are full. Dead end, I'm afraid.
Full they are. The question is, are they full of SANGREAL? Grab a tap and a hammer. We shall open them one by one and taste.
Ready. We can start.
Already picked up the hammer. Open one by one. Oh god, we're opening so much wine. Oh. This is punishable by death.
Ready.
Step aside.
Okay.
So?
I'd recognize this taste anywhere. This one is good.
That was rude. The hammer. Oh.
Revolting, bitter plonk.
Could have gone sour while aging.
Impossible. This is not wine. This is contaminated refuse that should never have made it into a barrel. The fact that it did was no accident.
Uh-oh.
I'm sure.
Master Fabricio. Let's see what he has to say about it.
Because he personally seals the barrels. So...
Master Fabricio.
Oh, man.
I am very disappointed.
But, Your Grace, I...
You are a step away from losing your head. Speak the truth and you might yet keep it.
Bro. Fucking... Carol.
I admit it. I sold a barrel of SANGREAL. I beg you to forgive me.
Why did you do it?
I couldn't resist. The sum they offered, it was enormous. I gave in.
Is what I provide not enough?
I wished to buy back my family's estate. For here, nothing is truly mine. I've a roof over my head, ample food to eat, but what is a nobleman without land of his own? I shall tell you everything, if you agree to show me mercy.
Really thought nobody'd find out.
Who'd you sell the wine to?
A few weeks past at the pheasantry, a rich nobleman approached me. He called himself a diplomat, well connected at court. He suggested we embark on an enterprise. Some of his clients had offered dizzying sums for even a drop of SANGREAL. He was to serve as intermediary.
This man's name.
He never revealed it. He was tall, black-haired, and spoke with a foreign lilt. He claimed to hail from Sintra.
I've no Sintrin aristocrat at court.
Who?
Really thought nobody'd find out.
I was a fool, very foolish. I beg you, your grace, you must forgive me.
She ain't saying shit yet.
Wine itself. How'd you hand it over?
We met under the cover of darkness in the ruins of Fort Astre. A dozen or so men came to collect. Armed men. The kind that stink of trouble. I had hauled the barrel there. They transferred it to their cart, and we went our separate ways.
That's it? That the last you ever saw of them?
That is to say, a few days passed. A messenger arrived. He said they wished to buy another barrel and, well, I've prepared it. Have it ready to deliver.
You were gonna do it again? Oh my god. Well, can I say I'm surprised? No. Jesus.
That's enough. Know all we need to know.
Your grace, I beg your forgiveness.
Get out of my sight.
Embarrassing.
Captain, have your men take Master Fabrizio to the dungeon. He must answer for his crime. High treason the charge.
Oh, shit.
What now, Witcher?
Good lord.
We set a trap. Need to catch the wine thieves. Sentry and Noble could be our blackmailer. Next, transport. I'll take it to Fort Astra. Damien and his soldiers will cover me.
For once, I agree with you. We will do as you say. Let me know when you are ready.
I'll be back soon. Gotta do a couple things.
Need a minute.
Make haste. We await only you.
Truly. Tell Damien we're ready for the ambush. Oh, shit.
We would not have made it far without your grace.
The important bit is yet to come.
Yep. She's just... That dude is screwed. Oh my god. And he was gonna do it a second time. It was like... Obviously, he was gonna do it a second time if he gets away with it the first time. You know? Why... Obviously, right? But we're gonna pick this up on the next episode, where we fucking deal with this ambush. It's gonna be... interesting. Who is this diplomat? Who's this... Sintra? Hailing from Sintra. Interesting. Who... It's going to be very interesting if it's somebody we already knew, or if it's somebody new. Be very curious. Because I have no idea. Yeah, like, I was suspecting Anna for a while just because it was a little too, like, you know? Like, maybe she's blackmailing Detlef and making him do all this stuff to, like, prove a point for the knights or something. But it's not seeming to be that. It's seeming to be, some other dude. Completely. So shit. Alright, Anna, you're off the hook for now. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thank you again for watching. More Witcher. It's gonna be great. Bye-bye.